Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dynasty. What I got for y'all today is another Mortal Kombat X video, and as many of y'all do know, 2016 Kombat Pack 2, 4 brand new characters, some new costumes, and of course, one classic stage making a return that appears to be the Pit. Well, like 2 or so weeks ago, I made a video talking about a wish list, characters I want to see inside this Kombat Pack 2 DLC, my personal opinions, my thoughts, and you guys loved it, so we're back at it again because lately, guys, in my streams, I've been asked Dynasty, with the Pit pretty much being confirmed to make an appearance back inside this game, what other classic stages would you like to see inside MKX? So I sat back, I chose my personal 5 favorites, not in any particular order, guys, so here's my wish list for classic stages I would love to see inside Mortal Kombat X. So that said, let's get into it. So first things first, let's take this all the way back to the first Mortal Kombat game ever created. I'm a huge fan of Goro's Lair. This is a stage that's been in like every Mortal Kombat for the most part. Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 4. It's been redesigned in all the 3D games as well. It was even inside Mortal Kombat 9, and the stage looked fantastic. He's like sitting on his throne. It looks great. So Goro's Lair in general, I think it's a great, arena. But with Goro being like a DLC character, like a pre-order bonus inside this Mortal Kombat X roster, I think if he got his own stage, he'd fit in a lot better than he already does. I've talked about this in the past. I love Goro, don't get me wrong, but it's just really odd having him in this roster because he has nothing to do with like the main story plot. So if you're playing like Outworld Marketplace and using Goro, it's like, yeah, Kotal Khan kind of rolls Outworld, and he's kind of like the ruler, the evil guy here, but Goro's there, so it doesn't really make sense. So if Goro got his own stage, I'd feel better about him actually being here on this list of characters because he'd have a purpose again. It'd be Goro's fucking lair. So I love this stage with him being a DLC character. If he had a DLC map, I think it would go hand in hand together, and I think it would just make more sense. So without a doubt, Goro's lair is one of those stages I wish we could see inside Mortal Kombat X. Moving on to another stage I would love to see inside Mortal Kombat X's DLC, a classic one as well as from Mortal Kombat 2. It is the Deadpool. If you guys watch my streams, you know I love this map with a passion. One of my all-time favorites, without a doubt, easily up there, man. It has to be number 1. Not only do you get that iconic uppercut that leaves your opponent inside, like the whole Deadpool acid, they come back up there, nothing but like skeleton remains, you also get the whole creepy vibe that it brings with it. You got the chains just hanging like these random hooks. You have the new guys in the Mortal Kombat 9 redesign dropping more acid into the acid pools. Overall, it's just a really creepy, sinister map. It reminds me a lot of like Saw. I don't know, it's just super creepy. And could you imagine the stage interactable ability you have now in Mortal Kombat X? I can see us being able to grab like a chain hanging from the ceiling and just toss it towards your opponent and have that be like a stage brutality or something like that, where like the chain sticks into their neck. Or just like I mentioned earlier, like the uppercut on the Cove, you could do that inside this stage where give them an uppercut, they fall into the acid. Just think about it, the possibilities are absolutely endless if the Deadpool is inside Mortal Kombat X. So if this stage somehow makes it in here as DLC, I'd be the happiest person in the world. So Deadpool stage, let's make it happen. Alright guys, on to another classic stage I would love to see inside MKX. We already got the Deadwoods, we need its counterpart, so we need the Living Forest. Back in Mortal Kombat 2, this map used to scare the shit out of me, but the redesign of Mortal Kombat 9 was done so well. The stage fatality alone in MK9, that sold me on the stage, because seeing your opponent get devoured by a tree, like nothing tops that. That's unbeatable right there. So sharing similarities to the Deadpool, I think the possibilities on the stage would be endless in Mortal Kombat X. The stage interactables, the secret stage brutalities. I'm sure the tree would somehow find a way to devour your opponent if it wasn't inside Mortal Kombat X. So hey, we got the Deadwoods, we need the Living Forest. It just would make sense if it would go hand in hand. And hey, it'd be really cool to see this classic map back inside Mortal Kombat X. Moving things along, another stage I really want to see make an appearance again inside MKX is the Temple from Mortal Kombat 3. Before you start scratching your head and saying, Dynasty, really the Temple? Yes, the Temple for a few reasons. For starters, I think the map looked amazing, not to mention the audio that played when you were fighting on the stage was insane. Go on YouTube, type in Temple Mortal Kombat 3 soundtrack. You're gonna freak out. It sounds freaking sick. Not to mention, guys, they've redesigned the stage back in Mortal Kombat 9, and there's something worth noting because there's a small little Easter egg. Every once in a while, you see Meat laying down on a table, and Rain, yes, Prince Rain himself, he's actually doing some weird ritual over his body. If Rain was inside Mortal Kombat X as a DLC character, which I want, which most of you guys want as well, wouldn't it be really awesome if this stage got added in alongside the character Rain? That'd be sick because back in Mortal Kombat 9, they really labeled it like, yeah, this is Rain's stage, he belongs in the temple. So I think if Rain was to be a DLC character and the temple were to be released alongside him, it'd be fucking sick. Really just goes back to what I mentioned about Goro having Goro's lair. Every character kind of needs like that stage to be identified with, so if he got that, that would be sick. What do you guys think? Anyways, let's move on to my 5th and final stage that I would love to see make an appearance back inside Mortal Kombat X through DLC. MK2's Wastelands of Outworld map would be sick because, guys, it's not every day that you get to fight inside Outworld with that purple sky. They've redesigned it, I think, twice. I think it was redesigned back in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. It had several different, like, areas you can actually fight in. I think there was, like, an animation where you can kick your opponent down this flight of stairs. Really funny. Then in Mortal Kombat 9, they redesigned it completely. There's, like, a shipwreck fight going on in the background, really similar to, like, the Cove. There's, like, dead bodies all over the place. There's fires. People were impaled on spikes. It's a pretty crazy and insane map. So if that made an appearance back in Mortal Kombat X, of course, gotta have that purple sky. I would be pretty satisfied. So there you have it, guys. There are my 5 selections. If I could choose 5 more DLC maps to make an appearance back inside Mortal Kombat X, it'd be those 5. You have the Deadpool, you have Goral's Lair, you have the Living Forest, you have the Temple, and of course, last but not least, you got the Wastelands of Outworld. I think those are pretty good selections. Do I think we'll see any of these? It just depends, guys. If we get this Kombat Pack 2 DLC, and I think if the numbers are selling still relatively well, like the first Kombat Pack DLC, I can see NetherRealm Studios making this like a quarterly thing where every other quarter we get DLC stages. I really do hope so, guys, and if that's the case, I'd be really I'd be grateful, man, honestly. So what stages would you guys like to see inside Mortal Kombat X? Let me know in the comment section below. What do y'all think of my selections? Anyways, guys, next time I've been your host, I've been Dynasty, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.